We're a network organization working in 40 countries around the world, helping young people start up in business, because we believe the talents and energies of young people are those that are needed to develop new enterprises and to make changes. So our remit is to help those young people start up a business that benefits themselves, but also provides employment opportunities for others. Firstly, I was delighted to be part of the Enterprise panel. I've had the opportunity of being in Oman before with the Muscat Youth Summits, and I've been incredibly impressed with the energy and the talent of those young Omani people. I think the key messages that came from the Enterprise panel were that people need to have a go. People need to say, I can achieve something. All too often we forget that nobody has yet started a big business. It doesn't matter whether it was Bill Gates and Microsoft or Henry Ford and motor cars. Nobody's woken up and said, I've got this great idea, I must go out and hire 10,000 people. They've all started off as micro enterprises that have been in the right place at the right time with the right product and have grown their business. So I think the first message is have a go. Second message is it's all right to fail. Make sure that, however, if you do fail, you learn the lesson so you can develop something for the next occasion. And I think the third message, and one I'm very keen on, is that we must celebrate success. Tell the stories of successful entrepreneurs. And they don't have to be the big names. It can be somebody who's living in a small area within Oman, who has started a small business and that has succeeded. Because the more you tell these local messages, the greater the emphasis on what can be achieved. It encourages others to say, yes, we can also achieve change. And so I think the three messages, one are, do it and have fun. Secondly is, if you fail, just learn from the experience. And the third one is, please, please celebrate success. I think the talents of young Omanis are absolutely superb. We focus on young people, but I would equally say that's true of older Omanis. The country and the people have incredible talents, incredible opportunities, superb location in terms of world trade, superb opportunities with new ports coming in Duqm and places like this. How can we build on those capabilities to make a difference? I think the key messages are, one, that let's make sure we take advantage of the talent that is there. Sometimes there are pressures that young people especially face, that they ought to work for a big company. They ought to work for government. They ought to work in something that is established. We don't say often enough, have you ever thought about starting your own business? And I think if we can give that encouragement, then that's important. I was very pleased that, as well as participating in the Enterprise panel, I had the opportunity to see some of the incubator programs that are running here in Muscat. Incredibly impressive opportunities, sites, areas in which young people and others can develop their skills. And the big advantage of those sorts of facilities is that they can trade amongst themselves, they can share experiences. Being an entrepreneur is sometimes a challenge. You think you're the only person facing these problems. So the value of things like mentoring, support structures, advice, and just bouncing ideas off each other become incredibly important. So I hope people will say, parents will say, don't be afraid if your child, your daughter, your son wants to start a business. Encourage them. Don't try and remove that spirit of enterprise and innovation, because that's going to make the difference. We're looking at ways in which we can increase the advantages that Oman already has. If we can show benefit from the talent, the opportunities, and the facilities that are here, that's the thing that's going to make the real difference and make the brand of Oman strong, not just in tourism, but in business, in technology, and all the various multifacets that we have in the industrial economy today. No, all I would say is I work with an organization that helps young people in many parts of the world. I would hope it would not be too long before we can work with others here in Oman to help young Omanis achieve their dreams.